Hello and welcome. My name is Lola, and on this channel we're talking about learning English as a second language. And this video is gonna be about stages of a baby. So once again, we have special names for that. And we start with embryo. Embryo, that's how we call this little thing until the week 8. So the early stage of development in women's womb we call embryo. We don't say a kid yet, right? We don't say really like a baby yet. You could, but it's an embryo. And by the way, I love the transcription embryo, O diphthong at the end, with a stress on the first syllable. Embryo, embryo. The basic organs begin to form, and women know that sometimes not all the embryos go into development, and it's very sad, but we're not talking about that now. So embryo is an embryo, and that's why we know it's an early stage, and we don't know yet if we're gonna have a full pregnancy or no. Hopefully yes, and then our embryo becomes fetus. So once again, you could call it a baby or whatever, my little one, whatever you want to call it, but the correct way to refer to it is fetus from week number 9 till the birth. We talked about an embryo that becomes a fetus, and then on our Labor Day, we're delivering a baby which becomes a newborn. So newborn is a special term for a baby who is just born, and when we're looking for, let's say, special clothes, like we would say, like onesie for a newborn. That means we're looking for a jumpsuit for a baby who was just born. And we call them newborns until approximately 2 months of age. So after 2 months, what happens? Well, they're not newborn anymore. They become infants. So an infant is a baby who's not a newborn because he's like older than 2 months, but younger than 1 year. So when you know, this little one who's like already, but still in mommy's hands or daddy's hands, it's an infant. Because after I think it has to do with the stages of development of a baby. I think they hold their head and they become infant, whatever. Just so you know, if it's like little super tiny, it's a newborn. If it's a little bit bigger, you could say, but they still carry it, it's an infant. Until approximately 1 year old, because after, I think at 1 year, the baby starts to walk, and then we start calling them toddlers. So toddlers, those are babies who are approximately 1 to 3 to, I mean, depends, but those little cute ones who are already like, they kind of know what's up. They're discovering the world. And if people say this is the hardest period because you gotta run after that, whatever it is, we're like in this video, we're talking about vocabulary, right? We're not sharing our thoughts about that. But if you want to, let me know in comments. Let's have this our girly conversation. So once again, embryo becomes fetus, becomes a newborn, becomes an infant, becomes a toddler. Alright, that was it for today. Let me know in comments what other topics interest you. My name is Lola, and I'll see you next Friday.